Everyone, Philip from BlackBull Markets update on gold. Now we're using our web trader to have a bit of a different look at it this time. We're looking here at the daily time frame of gold, so we'll try and break it down a bit more. We saw a nice big drop coming in it. We can see it kind of slowly decreasing out. What we're going to look for is potential areas where we could see it get stuck on to perhaps turn around to go back to the upside, or if it doesn't go back, what we're going to look for to continue further down. Now, looking at this, like I mentioned, we can see a nice big drop that did come here. This is this week's drop so far. We can see it sort of past. We did have this nice support. It did completely blow past, so a lot of people were looking to get back into buys. We saw the initial little spike back up there, but didn't quite reach the top. So now what we look for is how far further can gold go down. Now, if we draw a bit of a channel, I'll see if I can draw this nicely as I can. We can connect this to top, and now it's not quite a perfect channel because we do have a bit of a overshoot here from that area, but nonetheless, if I can get it a bit better, let's see if I can get it a bit nicer, close enough. You guys kind of get the idea. So what we're looking for is a potential drop further down. Now if this channel is drawn a bit more accurately, we can see this is reaching quite fairly close, even on this one, and it's getting closer at bottom channel trend line. So if we do see a bounce on there, it could potentially be another push back to the upside. Now, if you're looking to take a buy to the upside, let's just be very careful with trading channels to the downside. Now, the reason for that is if we do have a channel moving down and we have the price sort of moving inside of this channel. Now, what a lot of people will look for once it starts reaching the bottom of this channel, they'll look for a potential buy, obviously enter with a stop loss just below the area. Now, the problem with buying against a channel that is moving in the opposite direction of where you're looking to buy for is you can get stopped at a bit easier. So obviously, if the price does continue to move into this channel, it will hit your stop loss, as compared to if you're looking for a channel that is moving to the upside. For example, we see the market start to move in that channel, you're waiting for the position to come down, you take your buy, order your stop loss just below that zone. Obviously the channel continues further higher, so that if it does move on that channel, you'll still be safe, as to compare with this. If it moves on that channel, you will eventually get stopped out. So just be a bit wary of that. Now, if it does push past the channel and does continue to go further lower, or goes further lower inside that channel, we can see to the left, we saw a bit of a nice sort of resistance that was there previously that could cause a support for us to come to. So that could be a nice target for us to push into if we do hit this. What I've got around here is roughly the 1734 mark or 1740 mark, nice psychological level as well for gold to go into. So we'll just have a look at a bit of a higher time frame. We can see if we do look on these higher term time frames, there's not really much that can hold gold back until it falls for the lower. Now, the initial sort of area we were looking at is just around about here. That we were looking at, that sort of support zone that we're looking for. We can see it does start to tap into a nice consolidation zone. We saw this consolidation here. This offered previous resistance for these candles up here. If it does drop lower, the next strongest support is coming up here. I've got it roughly around the 150.70 mark, 1570 mark coming up. So that could be a nice potential area to tap into, which was a nice big consolidation zone. So that's kind of the target for gold to push into if it does continue further lower inside of this channel. Now, if we do look to hit that channel and push further higher, obviously we need to take into mind these internal support / resistance zones. Now, obviously the bias for gold is always to continue further higher, as there's always a demand for it. So always look for these breaths. These breaths in gold always offer nice areas for the market for you to get back into the market to push further higher in that zone. Obviously we saw it before. What I'm drawing now was this resistance support we had. We saw the touch push further higher. We saw this resistance being created. I'll just get rid of this circle. We saw this support being created, from this resistance. Saw wick touches, another confirmation here, the opportunity to buy. We then again saw a break of that consolidation. So this could potentially give us a nice area to start trading in if the market does push back into this consolidation zone, to get back on board of the trend further higher. So that's gold for us. Nice couple of patterns we can look for to the downside and to the upside. So always look for those confirmation candles, in my opinion. So stay tuned, trade safe.